Hello and welcome back to the Players Club podcast. This is episode 12, or season 2, episode 12. We are back with a new year, and you got a new person in the main seat this semester, in case you haven't noticed. New setup and everything. How does it feel? It feels pretty weird, I can't lie.
It does feel weird to be over here. Obviously, usually Bryan's over there. Jacob's over here.
Yeah. But, I'm Jacob. That's Bryan.
Yeah, but it feels good. We also have a guest. First episode back. New year,
Our
2024.
Boy, Eric.
And we started.
I mean, we got NFL playoffs going on right now, so let's just get right into it. Let me start by some recent updates that came about an hour ago that had me. I don't even know how to feel. Well, I know how to feel. I'm so happy. Pete Carmichael is gone. Get him out of here. You have heard me on this podcast week after week after week saying he's got to go and complaining about how our loyalty to the organization and how Mickey Loomis, our GM, is a clown and won't fire him. I guess he did it. We also fired our wide receiver coach and offensive assistant, so I think we're cleaning house, and it feels good. It's about time. About time.
You're damn happy, aren't you?
I'm so happy because now I say we go pick up Ken Dorsey, get Dennis Allen out of here, get Mike Vrabel or something, bro, because Atlanta, here's what I think.
They're going to sign Belichick?
Atlanta met with Belichick.
Yeah.
So I think we saw that and we're like, oh.
You're scared.
They're being, yes, you know what? I was talking to Cole.
You think that meeting went 3 minutes and 20 seconds?
28 seconds?
Bro, I was talking to Cole in class earlier, and he's, notoriously a Bucs fan. And he was being like, oh, Baker this, Baker that, like you.
I talked to him today.
He was like, you should give me my flowers because we're 3-time division champs and stuff like that. And then I mentioned the Belichick thing to him, and he was like, oh. Yikes. Because we all know Atlanta has a good squad. If they get a new quarterback, which they will, the defense is solid. They have offensive weapons. They get a new QB.
Ritter dog.
And
Ritter
they
sucks.
he's terrible. And they get Belichick. You're telling me they won't like low key run that division, bro? That's what I'm saying.
One thing I actually liked about Atlanta is how they ran their defense last year. Like it didn't matter. Like obviously Jesse Bates was kind of him this year, but what's it called? Just the scheme and everything. Even though like in some areas they didn't have the most talented players, they still they were still pretty dominant in my opinion.
Yeah. No, I think we're.
Someone's going crazy out there with knocking.
I think we finally are gonna be like, okay, we need to tee up if we want to actually win this division like we should have this year. We saw don't do that. You saw how the way the offense clicked in that week 18 is how it should have clicked earlier in the season. And if we win that game against Green Bay where we're up 17-0, we'd be in the playoffs right now. Just saying. And the way Philly looked last night, probably could have beat Philly at home. Potentially could have beat. I'm not saying we would have, but I'm saying I thought we would get stomped by them, and then they lost 31-9, 32-9 or whatever.
32-9
to the Bucs, who we beat. Like, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I don't think it was Derek Carr's fault. Like some people
I never thought it was his fault either.
I think that's one thing we've talked about on here is like, it's his first year also. Like you can't expect someone to go to unless your name is Thomas Brady. You can't expect someone to go to a new team and instantly win a Super Bowl, bro. Like what? People are crazy. I mean, or maybe it's just Tampa Bay. I don't know, cause like, technically. There's still a chance for Tampa to win with a quarterback in his first year in Tampa.
Bro, you know what else?
Not saying anything, not going against your Saints or anything.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Brady did go to Tampa, win the first year.
He did.
Baker could do that. Last time, also that the Bucs.
But hold on. Tom Brady.
Oh, I'm
Baker
not saying anything.
That's the key factor.
Hold on.
Here.
Yeah. I'm never saying anything. I mean, his last season and Baker's this season were basically identical. And the last time
I saw that graphic when they put it up.
The last time the Bucs were in the playoffs in 21, the wild card, they beat the Eagles 31-15, and now they beat the Eagles in the wild card again 32-9. So I don't know, man. Baker, Brady, they're pretty much playing the same way.
So you're telling me you would enjoy? I mean, I would watch obviously, but like a Bucs Packers NFC Championship,
bro, that'd be phenomenal.
That would be so fun. It'd be great for football.
It'd be great for football because everyone's sleeping on Jordan Love.
Exactly.
Can you think about a Bucs Texan? Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Bucs Texan Super Bowl.
Rookie versus
the viewership would be.
I'd be watching.
I'd be watching, but it would be everyone would just be like, "This is the most random matchup of all time."
It's possible.
Possible.
All I'm saying is, since the Packers won, the Bucs do not have to play the 49ers. So
I know
they could beat the Lions.
I don't think they're beating Detroit, bro.
You don't
In
think so?
Detroit, no, I don't think so. I think they're about to get demolished.
Like what happened in Week 6?
Yeah, I think they're about to get stomped.
I think the Bucks can stop that run game, personally.
Dude, I think Jared Goff's about to have another career game. I'm not going to support Tampa Bay. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, yeah, no,
No,
for
yeah,
sure.
obviously,
I'm not
obviously.
giving them no flowers. You know what us Cole said to me? He was like, oh, you're not going to be happy for Todd Bowles on the MLK Day? I was like, all right.
That's outrageous. That's crazy.
I was like,
That's
okay,
crazy.
yeah, like, that, for sure. Yeah, that's good.
That was a good one, but
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
was good.
technically the wrong quarterback won, if that's the case. I mean, Mr. Inspirational quotes over there like MLK lost. Yeah, What did you watch his post game press conference?
No.
Me neither. I thought you would know if he said like an inspirational
Bro,
quote.
I
Like
left. I stopped watching that game.
this loss meant like it means a lot. It's a lot deeper than you think about
we're
it.
just we're not committed.
It shows that it shows we got things to work on as a team. Me especially,
Bro.
in the insides and outs of football. Like I don't know, something like that. That's some shit he'll say.
Did y'all see the Eagles fan throw popcorn on Sirianni?
Yeah, I saw
was
that.
Crazy.
I swear.
Yeah.
I didn't see
He
that.
was walking
Threw
into the
a whole
tunnel.
thing of popcorn on Sirianni.
Bro, I hate Sirianni
And
with a passion. Though.
Ever since that moment where he
offense.
said, see ya, to the Chiefs fans.
Yeah.
I ain't hear nothing. 2-7 since then.
See, that's my thing, though. The Eagles, how do you fall off that bad? Like, you're 10-1. You beat teams like the Cowboys. Did they beat the Bills? I don't remember they played each other. I think they played each other this season. No, they didn't? I swear they did. Or the Bills played somebody else. The Bills played a big NFC team. I just don't remember which one it was. But
I'll look it up real quick.
regardless, they beat teams that were like, okay, yeah, like, they might be legit. They beat Kansas City, who they played against in the Super Bowl. Regardless of Kansas City having a tough season this year, they're still the Chiefs. They still got Patrick Mahomes. They still got Travis Kelce. Their defense is better this year than it has been in Mahomes' past defense.
They did
It's
beat
like almost the strength of the team this year. which
they
is crazy.
beat
And
the
it's
Bills
like-
37-34 in overtime.
They beat the Bills. So it's like you looked at that. I remember saying here, I was like, I was doubting them for a long time, but they might be better than they were last year. And then
that was their last win before beating the Giants, which should have been a loss, but whatever.
they hit that peak, and then
We'll get
just
into that.
the steepest fall off I've seen.
Well, yeah, because they started off struggling. They barely beat the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
They beat the Eagles. They beat the Bucks. They beat the Commanders. They beat the Rams. They beat the Jets. They beat the Dolphins, the Commanders, the Cowboys, and the Chiefs in a row. Then they lose. They beat Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Then they lose to the Niners, lose to the Cowboys,
They got
lose to the
embarrassed by the
Seahawks,
Niners.
lose to the Seahawks,
Yeah.
beat the Giants on Christmas, which should have been a loss, then lose to the Cardinals, then lose to the Giants. With basically their starters playing still. And then absolutely get pummeled last night.
They got bullied last night.
I've never
bro.
been happier to
In
watch
the first
football.
quarter.
I've never been happier.
I was watching them like, why is it so easy? Like, why are they that open? Why is it so easy?
They've always been good at stopping the run this season. They have not been able to stop the pass.
Mm.
That's
Their
why.
secondary-
That's why they lost. That's why they lost to the Niners.
Because
So
Debo
bad.
said, he said their secondary is trash.
Which is
Bradbury trash.
Yeah.
interesting because didn't they trade for Micah Hyde early in the year or Kevin Byard early in the year?
Not like so early, but like mid-season. I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I think the corners were just they fell off a cliff. Bradbury fell off a cliff.
I mean, ever since we let him go, he trash. I ain't saying that even as a petty fan. That's just true.
Yeah, he was kind of locked down.
He
for the
was-
Giants too.
He wasn't that good in this. Like Darius Slay was a lockdown in the Super Bowl
Yeah.
and got away with got the holding call, but whatever.
Mhm.
It was arguable.
Yeah, but he admitted it too, so like,
Yeah.
I just think, I mean, I was about to say, I'm gonna say it. You're talking about black quarterbacks losing this weekend. It wasn't the best one. It was Dak Prescott, bro.
Yep. Here we go.
Praying on his downfall every single year, and it's great
Why?
because it's the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
hate Dak. I don't
apart
hate
from
CeeDee
that-
Lamb. He's great. I don't hate Micah Parsons. He's great, even though his podcast can be annoying sometimes. But like, I think all 32 teams in the NFL, 31 of them hate this collective team. Everyone.
Yeah.
And I love. Don't you love it when the community comes together that way every single year? I think it's phenomenal. NFL memes are some of the best memes on the internet.
I think I tell my dad this all the time. I'm like, I love CeeDee Lamb. He's the only Cowboy player I follow on Instagram.
Bro,
I said, but I don't like him.
CD's tough. He's still-
Now? Oh, I love the kid now. Why? Because he's not playing no more. It's off season. I don't care.
Yeah. Bro, let me tell you about Saturday. I was watching that game with a bunch of Packers fans. And it was fun. I was a Packers fan that night. It was fun to see. And our friend Jake, his dad is a Cowboys fan, so I don't know how he ended up a Packers fan. But he said he texted him at halftime and was like, "This game's over. I'm turning it off and I'm playing video games. I can't do this anymore." I called my friend once that game's over. I told you, two of my friends, my best friends back home, some of the most annoying Cowboys fans ever. Yeah. I can't stand it. That's why I hate them so much. So I love calling them after the game and just seeing them hang up on me. And then, like, one of them didn't answer, the other one answered, and I was just yelling at him the whole time, just laughing, being like, "Bro, like, we got to stop doing this. Like, it's going to happen every year. Why do you?" Yeah, and then he just laughed, and I was like, "Yeah, whatever." I call my first friend back.
I promise you, he cried. As soon as he hung up with you.
Bro, they started – I saw every single Cowboys fan I know from back home that's so irritating. All their Instagram notes said, "I'm a Ravens fan now."
Oh.
It was so funny. It was so good. Our group chat's probably like 11 people. 2 of them are Cowboys fans. The rest 9 of us were cooking them the entire night.
Yeah, they put their phone on Do Not Disturb.
Oh, he stopped answering texts like super early on,
I would have left
bro.
the chat, bro.
He texted me today because it was his birthday. I was like, "Oh, happy birthday," whatever. And then I threw a little, "How about them Cowboys?" like super small text, and he saw it and he was like, "What's the Cowboys? I don't know that team." And I was
smart.
And I was like, "Nah, bro, you good? You still a fan?" He was like, "I'm still a fan, I think." I think he's officially, like, broken. I think they all are finally at a point where they're going to – see, you would hope that they would stop talking so much. But, in about 8-9 months, they're still going to be like, this is our year.
The typical Cowboy quote of the year.
Yeah. But I want to hear from you, though. As a Giants fan, how does it feel just watching –
both teams get embarrassed?
Both teams crumble.
Amazing. It's our division.
What was your highlight of the season? Tommy DeVito?
100%. I feel like he gave the team life that it needed.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of came
watching.
Yeah. He played football. He played football having fun. And I think God damn this chair. I think that it was just like Daniel was struggling early, tears his ACL, and it was like, you just paid him this big money. Obviously you don't want you're kind of pissed that you paid him that money, but you don't want to see him get hurt. Like, you never want to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Tyrod Taylor comes in, he gets hurt, and you're like, bro, what are we going to do? Run the ball? Like, what's Saquon going to be Wildcat every play? We have this freaking Italian kid from Jersey over here with the most swagger I've ever seen in my life.
The Cutlets, baby.
And just
he
goes,
said he still live with his mom, and that's when
I
everyone's
got
like,
this.
whoa.
And then just goes, "I got this," and just cooked. 3 games in a row until he died.
Sorry, we had to shut that down.
No, you guys killed him. There was no, that picture is, iconic, where he's passed out on the floor.
I mean, he's not the only quarterback to be, suffering in that situation. You saw Matthew Stafford this weekend got annihilated.
Yeah. Baker got stepped on by his own teammate on a bad ankle.
No, but Matthew Stafford, the fact that wasn't roughing the passer, if that was any other...
The only person that gets roughing the passer is Patrick Mahomes, and I stand by it.
Josh Allen gets it, too. If that was Josh Allen, they would have definitely...
It depends. With him, it's certain calls.
He also, flops a little bit.
He does flop a little bit. But let's not forget when they literally broke his jersey apart and they called nothing on him.
True.
They tore his jersey apart, flipped him upside down. That man was... He was basically, doing a handstand.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just like, bro... My shirt's broken, and the rest nah, your shirt's fine.
I find it weird that Josh Allen actually gets calls because I remember Cam Newton would never get anything.
Especially, it's harder for running quarterbacks because it's like...
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of the times they're running, you don't know when they want to throw or when they want to run.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's why Lamar doesn't get that many calls either.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't get hit that much either, but it's like I was watching the game. I think it was Stafford or was it Goff? One of the two. He throws a pass, and as he's letting go of the ball, he gets hit. He lets go of the ball. Basically, the ball's right here. It's just out of his hand. Mm-hmm. No call. The Dolphins hit Patrick Mahomes with the ball still in his hand, roughing the passer. He hasn't thrown the ball yet. He's going for a sec. He hasn't thrown the ball yet. Nothing. Patrick Mahomes leans down with his head, leads with his head to a defender. No call. Patrick Mahomes led with his head.
Is that the one where his helmet,
that's where his helmet
broke? The fact that his helmet broke.
Because it was so cold. No, it's just so cold.
Yeah.
But he led with his helmet. If you look at it, he puts his head down and goes to hit the head.
Yeah.
The defender was not doing that. The defender was going for his legs. And then he goes down, hits him with the head, no call. Yeah, that's why your helmet broke, because you led with your head. You can't do that. No call, because it's Patty Mahomes. It's their little baby.
It's at the point where it's affecting the game. I mean, I remember seeing the Steeler game yesterday. Patrick Peterson got a clean blitz off the edge, untouched. Had a free hit at Josh Allen. He tries to go to the side. Josh Allen breaks the sack and then throws a dime. It's like
they don't know how to hit each other anymore. Yeah,
exactly.
It's like it goes back to that Kevin Hart video. Have you seen that video? Where Kevin Hart's like how to get a sack, and he has like the 3 people carry him. He's like, lay the pillows down, lay the pillows down.
Yeah,
slowly. That's how you got to.
That
sack
happened.
someone
I
now.
feel like that happened
that
again.
Was like 5 years ago.
Who was it a few weeks ago that like missed a
I'm
tackle
sorry
first?
about this chair. By the
No,
way.
you're.
I can't
now you
do
know.
nothing.
Now you know how I feel.
Yeah, now I know. Now I know why the other chair was here.
Yeah, missed the tackle for this. That could have been a safety. Was it against the Cowboys? And then he ended up throwing like a 90-yard touchdown to CeeDee Lamb. Yeah, I think it was Dallas. Who did they play that game though? Because you know what I'm talking about. Like it would have been.
I remember that play. Though.
Yeah, because he ran right by him because he was trying not to get. Because if he had rocked him, they would have been like, oh, roughing the passer. And then he threw a touchdown to CeeDee Lamb. So it was like, I think it was the Lions game. That's what it was. It was the Lions game. Because it was super early. It was like I think it was
in Dallas because I feel like that game.
It was in Dallas.
Yeah. Probably was that game.
Lions should have won that game.
In Jerry's world. That's what I call it.
Do you guys think Jerry Jones is the issue and has to go?
100%.
I think he needs to retire.
I think McCarthy needs to go too, though.
Yeah, he's gonna be fired.
How are you gonna force Jerry Jones out? You just can't.
You can't, but it's like
you just gotta hope he decides. Like
you can't force him out. End of the day, he's the owner. Mm-hmm. He's not just the president or the GM. He's the goddamn owner. Like you can't do nothing. He's the one that basically keeps the team. He's everything for the team.
And he wants a coach that he can keep under his control the entire time. That's why the Bill Belichick thing won't work out.
That's what they were talking about after the. I'm pretty sure they were talking about it after the game yesterday or on the game Sunday. They were talking about it like during TV shows. I don't know. They said that coaches go to Dallas and they're at a deficit because they have to put up with Jerry. Like no coach is gonna get blamed for anything as much as any coaches in like Dallas, but they come in at a deficit because of Jerry Jones. Mm-hmm. He controls you so much. You're his puppet, basically. Mm-hmm. So it's like, what can you do? Like, I mean, McCarthy's not the greatest coach. I mean, obviously he got fired from Green Bay, but with prime Aaron Rodgers, basically. Like, how do you do that?
But Matt LaFleur is doing his thing.
You know, it's like they're just good at drafting quarterbacks up there. Though. I don't know what it is.
Well, they let him sit behind him everybody else throws the quarterback into the fire. The Packers know how to do it. I don't know why
Brett Favre
they used to be common in the NFL was letting a rookie. Yeah. Rookies didn't play immediately, and then you got all the clicks and everything, the money that comes in with the revenue, the hype, and you want to see them play immediately. But like for the sake of their career, let them sit behind the quarterback that's been playing, learn from it. Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith. Like he wasn't a starter when he came in.
People don't know. That's why he didn't know how to read blitzes when he came to the NFL. He didn't know how to read coverages. Alex Smith taught him. Andy Reid taught him, and now he's the best quarterback in the NFL.
He's the best at reading blitzes too. That man has eyes on the back of his head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, but it's like. So I want to get from you your assessment of the Steelers-Bills game, like.
As a Steelers fan.
As a Steelers fan.
People don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, honestly, like, it was low key expected, but like. I was kind of hoping in my heart that there was going to be some sort of surprise, like, oh, this is closer than we thought, which, I mean, in the end, it ended up being a little closer than people thought. I mean, it was a one-score game in the fourth quarter. But we're a team that doesn't turn the ball over at all, and when you turn the ball over, like, 2 or 3 times against a team like the Bills, and they get 14 points off those turnovers, 14 of their, 31 points off turnovers, I mean... That's not a recipe for success. And then you got it to a one-score game in the fourth quarter. You needed your defense, of course, without the best defensive player in the game.
It was tough not having T.J. Watt. Bro.
I don't know how anyone else is being considered for Defensive Player of the Year, especially after that. He should be considered for MVP. But
let's relax.
Not even Tyreek. Not even
relax.
Tyreek is being considered.
They're 1-11 without him. If it wasn't a quarterback award. But no, you got it to a one-score game in the fourth quarter, and you needed your defense to come out and make a stop, and they got absolutely shredded on that final drive, and that was just the backbreaker. And then the no call on George Pickens, I don't think that ultimately would have mattered, but that was just salt in the wound. But
So you were saying before about the touchdown that he ran, that was a little fake slide. I saw that quick. I feel like that was quicker. Like there was a little stop, but
Kenny Pickett, man.
Bro,
Pickett's on the sideline.
bro,
Respecting
it was not nearly as bad as Kenny Pickett.
Nah,
Also,
Kenny dragged his foot. Like
I will admit it was borderline, but I feel like if you slow the play down and watch it, he slows up, and the defender kind of gives himself up because you can't hit the quarterback. You're getting thrown out of the game.
But I think it was Mike White. It was either Mike White or Zach Wilson did something very similar either last year or 2 years ago. I think it was last year on like it might have been like a 50-yard run. He was going out of bounds or act like he went out of bounds, and you can't hit him.
Oh, that was that.
And,
I think that was
I think it was that.
Zach
And
Wilson.
then he cut back inside and ran all the way to the end zone, and it was a heck of a juke too. But like once your quarterback's leaning outside, you can't. Like as a defender, you're not allowed to just rock him because it's a flag. And then he just cut back inside and
fights for extra yards.
Yeah.
Like that's what annoys me about playing Lamar 2 times a year, because Lamar he'll let up and then he'll fight for that extra few yards for the first down.
And
it's
Lamar,
like you can't hit him
if you give him space too, he's also gonna go because he's
Yeah.
quick enough to get that extra maybe 10 yards. Like
I don't know. Quarterbacks, it just needs to be. I don't know how yet, but like it just needs to be changed because we talked about roughing the passer before, and then this as well. I mean, Josh Allen did a read option. Once you do a read option, you are a running back. I don't get why. And he gave himself up, and it was a little bit of a late hit, and they flagged it. But like, you're a running back when you.
I always thought once you leave the pocket, you're not
exactly.
protected anymore. You're out of the pocket.
Yeah.
You can get hit. You're basically like you say, a running back. You're out of the pocket. You're not,
Especially
in
if
your
you're
little.
past the line of scrimmage.
You're not in your protective area anymore.
I don't know how it's gonna be changed, and I don't think it will even be changed.
Flag football.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only way to fix it.
Exactly. Put some flags on.
At least then we know that you can't get hit.
bro, we were talking about this last night and how the playoff picture was so much more predictable in the AFC than the NFC when
100.
you look at it. And it's really weird how that turns out, because if you had told someone at the beginning of the season that both the Bucks and the Packers would be divisional round games, like they would have laughed at you. You know what I mean?
100%.
So it's cool to see a year that's kind of different. You still have Chiefs Bills in the playoffs. I'm super excited for that matchup. Divisional round. Last time we saw them in the divisional round, it was, in my opinion, the best game of football this is one that I've ever seen.
The infamous picture.
Yeah, like that's gonna be a good game.
No, the game that caused
Buffalo.
the game that caused the rule to be changed.
It's in Buffalo this time.
Yeah.
Buffalo's
Buffalo's 2.
seed.
Remember, Buffalo's
You're
two.
right. I think
The first road game.
I was about to say that.
Mahomes' career, yeah.
That's
in the playoffs.
outrageous.
That's
That's
insane.
outrageous.
But then I thought about it and I was like, wait, he has been an Arrowhead every single
Every
time.
game.
Yeah.
Every game but the Super Bowl he has played at Arrowhead.
And I was thinking, you would think the Chiefs' record was like worse than it was. They were 11-6, which is good, but that's the first time Mahomes has had 6 losses in this regular season in his career. That's crazy.
Absurd.
Because anyone else would be like 11-6, we're
The
tough.
fact he had 11 wins with his receivers, I don't even know what
That's
to
exactly
say. Bro.
why I think the Bills are going to take it, because I felt the Chiefs' defense we know is solid, but when it comes to an offensive battle, I feel as though the Bills' offense is a little bit stronger than the Chiefs' offense because of the receiving core. Last time they played, they had more receivers. Kelsey's been a little bit off. They have Kadarius Toney, who's probably going to drop, and it's like they don't have
No,
the same.
not probably.
He's
He's
Rice
good.
is nice though.
Rasheed Rice is he's the only one that's like he's good. But then the Bills side, like they have the passing game, they have the running game as well. It's like and it's in Buffalo. I think Josh Allen might have it this time.
Game, to be honest, but
I mean, James Cook did pretty good against y'all.
He did. That's I mean, I can't really say much because they cooked. But what was I gonna say? All I know is that man L'Jarius Sneed is gonna shut down Stephon Diggs. He shut down top receivers all year, and he's gonna do it
He
again.
pushed Tyreek to the floor.
Yeah,
I know, but Gabe Davis has already cooked the Chiefs
If he
secondary
plays.
before.
He didn't play the other day or yesterday.
I hope he comes back. I don't know. I feel really bad for Josh Allen if he. You know how pissed you gotta be to just keep losing to the same guy over and over like that. Like they beat them in the regular season. I think it was the season opener, or was it not? Or was that last year?
Maybe.
They beat them at some point recently, and it was like, okay, cool, they might have it. I think it might have been last season. No, because they beat the Rams last season. No, that was 2 years ago.
I don't know if they. Was it the year that they lost to him in the playoffs?
The Bills did beat the Chiefs in December 10th.
Oh.
Okay. Well, Yeah. So it's like they can, but at the end of the day, when it comes to the playoffs, it's still
Mahomes is
if
different.
Mahomes wins that game in Buffalo,
It's over. That's his kryptonite.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think they're the only one.
Patrick Mahomes because Josh Allen's Eli Manning.
Can you even call it a rivalry at that point?
That's what I'm saying. Because if he beats him in not only in Arrowhead but in Buffalo, I think it's all Mahomes. And then you have Joe Burrow, who's it's a tier thing. You know what I mean? Like you got Burrow, Mahomes, not like how good they are, but like in
Burrow
the same
beat
way
Mahomes.
that Burrow beat Mahomes beats Allen. It's just like that cycle. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I'm still taking the Ravens over anybody, bro. I'm running with Lamar and the Ravens. You can I'm saying it right here. They're going to the Super Bowl. Only people I think that could maybe beat them is like the Chiefs because it's Mahomes.
Have you seen the what's those things called, the conspiracy theory of the Super Bowl logos?
Oh
Yes, I
yeah,
have.
Colors,
I have.
and
I
it's
have.
purple and red.
I mean,
Yeah,
So San Fran and Baltimore.
but Baltimore cooked San Fran last time. It won't be like that a second time, but I think they figured them out.
the only thing that worries me about next week is Lamar has not played in 2 weeks, and no matter what you do in practice, you can simulate game, you can simulate atmospheres, you could try, but playoff football is just a little different. You know, you'll be in Baltimore, you know, in your own home, but like playoff football is a little different. Lamar has struggled in playoff football.
I think if they were playing a different team, it would be more of a factor. But they're playing the Texans. I love the Texans, but they're still green as far as the playoffs go. Like I love the CJ. I'm on the CJ Stroud hype train 1,000%. And them losing the divisional round is still an amazing end to the season that everyone counted them out.
They thought he was a bust. They labeled him a bust before he got. Before
Yeah,
even
because
took
he
a
failed
snap.
the quarterback test, or whatever. It was like, oh, he's dumb. Like he's not gonna be able to read deep to do anything. He's tough.
He knows how to throw a ball, man.
He can throw that football.
He
Another
can
great-
slang that pigskin.
Yet another great young quarterback in the AFC, man.
Yeah, it's
Actually wild.
if they lose, it won't be a travesty at all. You know what I mean? So I feel as though just because they're a little bit of a not as tough a team,
Everyone
I-
said.
I'm
you
taking
think the
the
Ravens feel like they need it and the Texans really don't? Like, you think it's
No,
more of
I
that?
think the Texans feel like they need it to prove that they're actually here to stay. Now that they built a culture kind of thing.
but I think the Ravens
I-
need it more. I
I
think
think
the
Bal-
mentality of that team.
Baltimore needs it because they're saying they know that Lamar's MVP. There's no way around it. They know he needs to
Yeah.
prove more to prove that he is. There's a reason why he's 2-time.
Yeah, I think the entire team has.
Hopefully, you got to knock on wood. You know,
They-
he's not
That's
MVP yet.
true.
He's not
That's
MVP
true.
yet. So.
They don't get the coverage that they should. I mean, they got more at the end of the season, but the entire season.
I think they want it that way. I think
got
they
it.
like it that way.
I think they like it that way too. But I think they're still in the same place of like they got some dogs, bro. And I think they won't get caught up in all the extra stuff. I think they're gonna come out and just be like, we need to prove what we got, what we know we can do, and we need to go out there and do it. I don't know, after them beating San Francisco, and not just beating them, but what was it, 5 turnovers, 4 interceptions, I think.
They've only
Interceptions
lost-
by Purdy, yeah.
Lamar's only lost to one NFC quarterback,
Who was it?
Daniel Jones. I swear to God, it was Daniel Jones. We beat him.
I do
We
remember
beat him
that,
in
actually.
East Rutherford. He's the only quarterback to beat Lamar
do
Jackson from the
Are you
NFC.
for real?
I swear. So technically, Lamar could go back to the Super Bowl and then beat the Ravens to the Niners because he doesn't lose to the NFC. Unless
So
it's
if
Daniel
if
Jones
it-
appearance.
So, but if it was Ravens Giants in the Super Bowl,
then he's losing that. That's for damn sure.
Oh my gosh,
It's chalk it up. Just accept the defeat.
it's over.
Accept defeat. But he
No.
hasn't lost to any NFC. So if he makes it all the way, I think it's a good chance he could win it.
When you listen to Lamar talk, they mention the stats. They're like, "Oh, you're only one loss
He
in the
does
NFC."
not care.
He doesn't. He's like, "Oh, I don't care about any of that. I just want to go play
Yeah.
football." And I think the entire team is that same way because you listen to Harbaugh talk. He can get you fired up too. The way that the culture that he has built in Baltimore, he's been there before. He was there 10, 11 years ago. Against the 49ers.
2012.
Yeah.
2012.
Or was it 13?
No, I think it was
Was it the 12th season and then 13?
I think it was the 12th season, so
Mhm.
the 13.
So
Yeah,
you know
when
what I mean?
the lights went out.
I think he's gonna
When the
know
lights
what
went
to
out.
do when the
Yeah.
lights. Yeah. I remember watching that game. And my dad was like, "Oh, this is rigged," because they started to come back after the lights.
They did start to come back.
They were like-
bro, Colin Kaepernick did not look like a football player after the lights came back on. The lights came back on, he forgot how to throw a football.
Yeah.
Wild.
He
I was
was
like,
running
yo, what?
everywhere.
I was like, what are you doing?
I don't know. I got to root for the hometown team. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
And then they got embarrassed. And, negative 87-degree weather felt like over there.
I mean, that game was.
I
Just
wanted N.
so
Taylor Swift's
disappointing.
playoff run. It didn't happen.
I wanted it to be an offensive like shootout. You know what I mean? Like 42, 45, whatever.
It's too
but
cold.
it was too cold for that. How do you feel about the Tua situation? I feel like people are hopping on him too. Like they're.
Tua turn the ball over.
I just feel like he got like there was so much hate, and it's like, bro,
there's a lot of hate because of how they started. That 70-point win, like 70-20 win.
But it's like
Tyreek
you try to
being
go
close to
out
break
there
the
and
record.
throw a football when your hand is gonna be like frozen. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, he misses passes or whatever, which he did miss a lot of open receivers or like overthrew them. But I wouldn't fault him because like that's such a tough condition to play in. You know what I mean?
Especially a dude from Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like you
From
are
a
in
tropical state.
But like at some point you are in the AFC. You're gonna have to play teams like the
Yeah.
you're gonna have to go to Arrowhead. You're gonna have to go.
Yeah, they've played the Bills in late season in Buffalo, and they've won and they've lost.
But that was one of the coldest games in NFL history. So that's a different
Was.
level of just like normal.
Because it's 4 degrees. That's you played in that in Buffalo, but it feels -30. Like that's crazy.
Bro,
Like,
when they were
that's a whole
talking, it
nother
looked like they were
level.
all smoking in the huddle. Like it was.
Yeah, Andy Reid's stash, bro.
Andy
Did you
Reid's
not?
stash
Did
was-
you not see? There was Oh my God, there was a player. I can't remember who it was from KC. It might have been Chris Jones. I don't know, bro. His head was smoking. Literally, his head was
That's
just
crazy.
smoking. I was
That's
like,
crazy.
he is so sweating so much that it's like it's too hot for like the air. That it's just. I was like, nah, I'd cry.
Did you
I'd
see
cry.
the water bottle? That like they were keeping it in like the fridges and stuff to like keep it
Oh.
warmer. Someone pulled it out and it immediately started like crystallizing
Yeah.
and froze
The
over.
beers. Did you see the beers like exploding because of how cold they were?
No, I didn't.
They would
see
get
that.
so cold that they literally just turned to ice and they'd come out of the can.
Wow.
And then you have Mahomes saying that they literally had to defrost my helmet. His second helmet had to be defrosted. He said it was frozen. It couldn't go on my head. He goes, it got stuck, and they had to literally warm, like they had to put it on the heater to warm it up so that he could
Nuts.
put it on his head.
It's crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
Like, I'm not doing that, man. And you know those hits hurt like 40 times more.
The
than
ball
normal.
probably felt like a brick too when as a receiver trying to catch
Yeah,
that.
You got
I think-
Mahomes gunning that at you.
Yeah.
I literally think that's why Travis kept dropping. Travis kept hitting his hands and it would fall. And I was like, honestly, bro, he can't even move his fingers.
Yeah.
I said he has to catch the ball like that. He can't close his fingers. I mean, I was happy he was dropping his passes, but it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got Rasheed Rice over there turning into goddamn prime Randy Moss.
Bro,
over there.
Rasheed Rice is different, bro.
Literally looked like a goat.
Nice.
I didn't know that he was a rookie. Like I completely forgot that he was a rookie. I thought they just traded for him or something. But
Everybody just thought it was gonna be Sky Moore this year for Kansas City, not him. You know.
mm-hmm.
But I actually think he's nice. I don't even think it's just like a Mahomes thing. I
No,
think
yeah.
it's just literally he's that guy.
Yeah. I mean, if you have a quarterback like Mahomes and you're a receiver that knows how to get open, like you're gonna get the ball no matter who you're playing against.
That's true.
So that's not a knock on Rasheed, right? Like he just is that good. The same
Yeah.
way that like somebody like Stephon Diggs with Josh Allen is going to get the ball because he knows how to get open. But
Tank
again,
Dell.
Tank Dell, dude, I love Tank Dell. This sucks that he got
For
hurt.
my fantasy team.
I-
And he died.
I got him late in the year for like 2 weeks. He balled out for me, and then he got
Got
hurt.
hurt, yeah.
Same
Shout out
thing
to,
with
the, shout out
Jaden
to the
Reed.
Texans on that, though.
Mm-hmm.
Listening to CJ saying, I want him, and they said, all right, drafting him.
I look, think Nico Collins might be better. Nico Collins has kind of been
Dog.
going
Nico
off.
Collins is
Dog.
good, bro.
I'm telling you, bro, Houston's here to stay.
It's about time.
I won't be surprised if they win that division next year.
When you think about like this is what I love the storylines of the way things turn out because I'm trying to remember exactly everything that went into it, but last season they won their last game, which knocked them to the second overall pick, and then they used that pick to get C.J. Stroud, and then who did they beat in the end of the season last year? Because I think that team like factored into it as well. But regardless, like you have a team like the Browns who traded Deshaun Watson. Texans traded him. He signed that huge deal
For
with
that
the
pick.
for that pick. That's what it was. He signed for that pick, and then they used that to get C.J. Stroud to eliminate the Browns from the playoffs. It's the script writers like that
They
cooked.
cooked this season.
Just like the Jags disrespecting the terrible towel and then them collapsing and the Steelers stealing their playoff spot, man.
True.
They had the huge choke.
It's because they
They had a
disrespected
huge
the
choke.
towel, man.
They did.
Like I forgot that they were 8-3.
They had a huge choke. They won one game.
Yeah. So do you think Deshaun stays in? I mean, he's under contract, but like
You're kind of handcuffed to him, honestly.
it's
No one's going to take that huge contract.
Yeah, you're
No
pretty
one's
much
gonna take
handcuffed
that.
to him at this point.
no. That sucks for them.
Just like the Giants with Daniel Jones. You're handcuffed to Daniel Jones now.
And he's not going to play until maybe half the season next year.
Oh, he's missing regular season next year?
Possibly because it might be a Kyler situation. He tore it week 9. He tore it week 8 or 9, something like that. So it wasn't preseason that you can get him back for the next season. If you have to be out a whole year because he's not Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And you're paying him that much money.
He might have
him to be healthy.
80's guaranteed.
He might be safe with it.
Mm-hmm. So that I was talking with Carl about it, and we both want Tommy back, but it's more for like a locker room thing. Like the boys love him.
Was he under like a 1-year type thing or?
No, I think every rookie signs a 4-year deal.
Okay.
It just depends how much money you get paid.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you want him back, just because he's gonna give you that vibe. The boys that love him around, but
he was courtside at one of the games last night. I think it was Brooklyn. It was either Brooklyn or the Knicks. Yeah, Brooklyn.
Yeah. So it's like, he's got that culture going for him, but it's like you kind of need Saquon. He is your team. You need Saquon. There's no want Saquon. There's a need for Saquon.
Do you think Saquon wants to stay though?
Saquon wants to stay, but they don't want to pay him. Because he wants to get paid more, but it's kind of like.
But he held out for that 1-year deal and then still got hurt. So I see why they don't want to pay him.
It's what we see with the with running backs. It's really hard to for them to stay around long unless in recent memory you're Derrick Henry.
I mean, we're gonna see a similar thing with Derrick Henry this offseason.
Yeah, because he's gone. But Jonathan Taylor wanted a bag, and he ended up getting sort of a bag, but he didn't get the whole bag he wanted. Saquon wanted a 4-year deal, and they were like, no, they weren't willing to give him the 4 year for the whole money he wanted.
Yeah.
They were willing to give him less money. So.
I mean, Le'Veon Bell did it, but it ruined his career. So, took less. The Steelers offered him more money than the Jets did, and he went to the Jets, and it ruined his career.
Literally down the drain. So, I don't know what's going to happen there, but you just got to wait and see. At least we still have Sexy Dexy.
That's true. I'm assuming Tyrod Taylor is a free
He's
agent.
gone. Yeah, he's gone.
So if you need a quarterback for the first 8 weeks of the year, who do you want in there?
They're thinking about drafting a quarterback. They're saying that they're going to draft, and I think that the one that's going to drop to 6 that they were probably going to take. There's a lot of speculation that they're going to take Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels.
I think that'd be.
He's
good.
good.
A good move.
It would. I mean, you get Heisman. I mean, obviously we know Caleb's going to want. Caleb, we don't even know if he's going to go 1 now.
Why is Caleb getting on the hype? Like, I just want to add, because I didn't pay attention to the season that much, but it felt like every time I saw them, like the end of the season, they lost. Like, they were losing a couple games. We're like, oh, Caleb Williams, like he's still balling, but like they lost or whatever. I'm like,
because he was doing good at USC last year with a horrible O-line.
Okay.
And the USC defense was Swiss cheese.
Dog. And this year,
because Jaden Daniels was balling out, and everybody was like, oh, Caleb Williams still number 1, and I'm like,
this year,
I just didn't get it.
He does the same exact thing with the same horrible O-line and the same horrible defense. Like, the fact they were winning games is crazy. Because he has to put up, 50 points just to win.
Yeah, their defense literally gives up,
their defense might as well be cardboard cutouts from COVID. Yeah. Literally, it might be the same. It's dummies on the field. So.
That makes more sense to me. I thought it was just, a random spotlight.
No, because he's, generational. He is good.
Okay.
If he would have been in,
You just got to watch the tape, and you can see, the traits and everything.
Bro, if he would have been in, an Ohio State situation, if he would have been in, a Michigan situation, Georgia, Alabama, we would probably be thinking this is the greatest quarterback we've ever seen.
Okay.
Because he's good with that shit, with that crappy of a team. Imagine on one of the best. Imagine if he was in Georgia last year. They probably would have put up 80. I promise you, they probably would have put up 80 on TCU last year.
Yeah,
that's not an exaggeration.
Ooh, imagine if he had a receiving core like Tua did at Alabama with the Judy and the
if he had a Burrow situation at LSU with Jamar and Jettis.
Yeah.
We would have been talking about. He probably would have broke Joe Burrow's touchdown record.
Okay.
That's how good he is. But only bad thing is, apparently, they're saying that he declared for the draft.
Yeah.
But there was speculation he might come back because he has the COVID year because he's my age. He's my year. He has the COVID year. So he could have redshirted and then he could have had a 5th-year eligibility and then gone back to, get drafted by a better team. His dad was saying that. Because this kid, bro, he's making $7 million, bro, off NIL. He's gonna make more off of that than he's making.
And who has the 1 pick? Is it
Chicago?
Chicago.
Because of the Panthers
from
trade.
Carolina.
Yeah.
Because of the trade for DJ Moore. And there's speculation either he does get drafted by Chicago or they keep Justin and then ride with, get another receiver or something first overall.
Trading down would be the smart move to get more assets and get better players around Justin.
They're saying that they will. There's a possibility they trade too.
I don't see that they do.
I don't think they do trade. I don't think
they do. It's going to be annoying if they take Marvin Harrison because I really want Marvin Harrison Jr. to play with Kyler Murray, personally, because I think that would be really fun to watch.
That would be cool. See, Kyler is another one that, like, I mean,
Arizona has what, 5th pick? I think they're above us, right?
I think they just dropped to 5 because they beat Philly.
But they're above us, right? Yeah, I think they still kept up. Yeah, because we're 6. The Giants.
Does Washington have 3? What pick do they have?
Washington
I know they
has 2.
They have 2. Okay. Yeah. I follow a couple Washington sports pages, and they were talking about embrace the tank, since mid-season.
There's no point in embracing it. Well, we talked about that last year.
But I think they might have, because the thing is, right?
They got rid of Rivera.
But they also, the games they were losing, they were fight for it. So it looked like a close game, and then they still end up losing. So it's you could speculate that maybe it was tactical to be oh, we're tanking, but we're not going to show that we're tanking, you know what I mean? And they ended up with a 2nd overall pick, which could help them in the long run. They have new management, new ownership. They got rid of Rivera, so they should be in a better
Here's the
spot.
thing. Who are they going to draft, though? Are they going to stick with Sam Howell? Are they going to draft a quarterback?
I mean, let's not act like Sam Howell wasn't, at some point in the season, the top of the passing yards with
I'm saying.
the worst O-line.
Quarterback.
Yeah, and he was putting up numbers because he had to, because they were terrible.
That's what I'm saying.
They're kind of – they're not necessarily as talent-deprived as some other rosters, but they're definitely talent-deprived rosters. So
For sure.
You gotta kind of build –
100%.
You got to build the roster first, like teams like the 49ers did, and then draft that quarterback, and hopefully that works out. But
how would you feel if Washington somehow, in the next 2 years, took the lead in the NFC East?
I'd cry. I promise you,
That'd be the funniest.
I do horrible things to myself, Paul. I don't mean it like that either, but I do I'm taught Jacob. That'd be the worst thing. They are solidified 4th in the NFC East. Always have been, always will be. Yeah. They're solidified 4th. I don't think there has been a different champion of that division. You've seen that, right? In the past 19 years.
Yeah.
I don't think crazy stat.
I don't think. I think they were 1.
Yeah.
I think they won the division once.
Mm-hmm. That was recent too, wasn't it?
No.
I thought that was the year where they squeaked in and then played Tampa in the first round with Heineke.
Yeah, it was. So it was a couple. Yeah, it was a couple years ago.
Either they were 21. No, I think they were a wild card.
Was it 20?
I think they were a wild card.
I thought they won the division at 8-7-1.
No, because I remember seeing that and I was like, "There's no way they won the division that recently." But I remember it was right in that era of when the Eagles were still bad with Jalen Hurts. Before he started to turn up, and then the Cowboys were I don't know what happened to them. That whatever happened that year that they.
Was the year that Dak got hurt? Or no, that was last year. Wasn't it? Dak got hurt.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't know if it was that year.
It might have been that year. It might have been COVID year.
No, but they still went. They still went 5-0 with Cooper Rush after Dak got hurt when Dak came back.
Rush, I forgot about that.
Oh my gosh! Don't even get me started. Shout out Darius, my friend. He was the one that he was like, Cooper Rush is the best quarterback in the league. He's the best backup, whatever. 5-0, undefeated, bro. Teddy Bridgewater did that for us a couple years ago, but you didn't hear me on saying, "Oh, Teddy Bridgewater this, Teddy Bridgewater," because you got to be honest.
I said that about Tommy. I said that about Tommy DeVito.
I wasn't saying that about Mason Rudolph. So no.
I said that.
I feel like y'all's quarterback situation is very tough because you're stuck with Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph, and Mitch Trubisky.
Well, Mitch Trubisky's a free agent, so no more.
Mitch Trubisky
biggest bust of all time. It's second overall pick.
Mitch Trubisky on 4th and 2. Screen pass? Nah. Hail Mary? Yeah. Hail Mary? Most def.
You did that twice that game.
I know.
Did that
he was launching that. He's like, no, I need to score, bro. You don't need to score a touchdown, bro. Just get the first down. You're at the 40. You're at your own 44-yard line, bro. You're not even midfield yet, bro. Just get there. Get to midfield.
Screw it. George Pickens is down there somewhere. I don't think it's fair to Kenny Pickett because we saw the game.
Kenny.
We saw the game without Matt Canada. This offense went over 400 yards. They might have not had the results in getting 7 or 6 every time, but because they only scored 16 points still. But they went over 400 yards, and the offense looked good. Pat Frymuth had 10 catches for 120 yards. So I don't think it's fair that he got hurt, and then Mason played well. Mason definitely deserves a shot. What I think they're going to do is, since Mitch Trubisky's a free agent, they're going to roll with these two quarterbacks and have them battle it out. and they'll add another quarterback to the room, whether it's through free agency or the draft. I don't know which one it's going to be. You know, it could be like a Kirk Cousins, even though if you sign Kirk Cousins, you're probably going to start a veteran quarterback. But
I think this season proved that Kirk Cousins is actually a great QB.
Yeah, I think he's probably going to get
He's
more.
always top 10 in stats.
But he's like,
and the Vikings without him was completely different team.
I still can't believe Jefferson put up 1,000 yards only playing like 7 games.
Yeah.
Like 7 or 8 games.
Actually,
I don't know how he did that. That just shows how good he is. Bro.
Yeah.
He's levels.
And when he came back, he had some great plays, just like he would normally. Like, I don't know. That was a tough situation for them because I would have had them because weren't they like 11-win team last year or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, yeah, they went pretty far.
No,
So.
they lost in the first round.
No, in the regular season, sorry. Like, they
yeah.
made it like to the top of the NFC.
Yeah.
Sorry. But yeah, like they also were on the receiving end of the biggest comeback in NFL history.
Oh.
Too.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's trade-offs.
They did do the Minneapolis Miracle.
Why are we? Why are we doing
true.
that?
That's true.
I'm sorry. I just had to. I had to.
Take a second after that one.
Because I saw that the other day. It was like Sunday? It was either Saturday or Sunday. That was the anniversary, the 6-year anniversary.
Yeah,
I
saw the video.
I opened up Instagram and it was the NFL page and it was like
Stephon Diggs
6 years ago and it was Stephon Diggs like this in the end zone and I just
throwing the helmet.
You know, I had this conversation with somebody. Shut up, please. You know what I mean?
Shout out Case Keenum.
Where is he at? Where's he at?
I actually don't even know. To be honest.
No one knows.
Or no, yeah, he's in Houston. Because didn't he start when
Yeah.
CJ Stroud was
Oh
hurt?
yeah, because I heard his name and I was like,
Yeah.
I hate
They
you.
benched Davis Mills. They were like, nah, we're gonna go with Case Keenum.
So mid. Anyways, I
Mike Glennon
saw
better.
a slide of I think it was what's that as a sports fan, what's that like one moment or one play that you'll never forget? And there was a lot of like, you know, Dez caught it and like stuff like that or whatever. And I get to like
Jesse
the sixth
James. It's the Patriots.
I get to the sixth slide and it was that play. And I go in the comments and it's like low key. I don't know why that hits harder than the Rams. The Rams should hit harder. You know what I mean? Like that. We have 2 plays back to back. 2. I shouldn't have 2, but I have 2 that I'll never forget. That I'll look back on for the rest of my life. Depressed.
Hey, man.
That was crazy.
Year after year.
I have 2, but they are not back to back.
And then we lose to the Vikings again in 2019 because Adam Thielen just
Destroyed you, ran all over you.
It was overtime in the red zone. Adam Thielen, top of the screen. I remember this like it was yesterday because I was
drawing out the whole play.
I was thinking to myself like, we know where the ball is going. Double team, like don't leave him one-on-one coverage. He's been cooking us. Fade route, end zone. Thielen caught, game over. And this is before the overtime rule where both teams get the ball. So it's still like you score a touchdown.
Did he catch that on Marshawn too or no?
I don't know if it was on Marshawn, but regardless, he was catching that ball. You leave him. You leave Adam Thielen.
He was like their only weapon at that point too.
Exactly. He was wide receiver 1.
Yeah,
This is
they
before
didn't
Justin
really-
Jefferson. He was one-on-one coverage.
No
Throw that
TJ
joint up.
Hawkinson, no.
He came down with it. I walked away from my TV. I was just like, guys, you
Walked
can't.
away
And then the next year, Tom Brady comes in and just takes over everything.
Takes over your division.
Anyways, I wasn't planning on getting into a little Saints rant. I was happy about my team at this point until y'all brought that up. So.
I think we move on just for your
Yeah,
sake of
yeah,
your own
let's-
mental health.
Let's just remind everybody that Pete Carmichael's gone, man.
Yeah, he is gone. And also,
Alright.
the Steelers were 11-0, and then
Alright.
plummeted.
That was shots.
I had to do something.
So who you got winning this weekend?
This weekend, I'm gonna take the Ravens. Do play this weekend, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm taking-
everyone plays.
I'm gonna
this
take the
weekend.
Ravens. I'm gonna take Buffalo, cause I want Buffalo to win just
Okay.
for the sake of like that would be good for the rivalry.
What about the NFC?
NFC, I'm taking Lions because they're not, dude. I really need the Lions to cook the Bucks. Like it's not.
Yeah,
even
you
funny.
can go for the Bucks. Fair enough.
And then I want who is it? Packers, Niners.
Niners.
It's gonna be
think
the Niners,
the
but I
Ni-
think that could be a fun game. That could be a good game.
The Niners are a little different than the Cowboys, I think. You can upset the Cowboys. I think the Niners are too polished to get upset.
The Niners
like that,
embarrassed the
in my opinion.
Cowboys. The Niners like destroyed the Cowboys. So I'm thinking like again, the only team that really made the Niners look very beatable was Baltimore. Otherwise, the games they lost early in the season, they were in a bit of a slump. So I'm taking 49ers in that game. Plus, they're at 49ers Stadium too.
They're not going to be away at all.
Yeah, it's going to be San Francisco. It's going to be San Francisco, Detroit, NFC Championship. And that should be a good game.
I think if it was a Green Bay Detroit matchup, I'd probably go for the upset and pick Green Bay. But since Green Bay is playing, you can't pick against.
But we've seen this before. We've seen Green Bay beat Dallas. They go on to San Francisco, and then they lose to San Francisco.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
that's literally what happened.
Yeah,
that's literally what happened, and it's quite literally gonna happen again.
Yeah,
at least I think so. I got San Fran.
San Fran.
I do too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got that same NFC, San Fran Lions, I think, and then I think AFC. I gotta go with the Chiefs, bro.
So do I.
And then,
I'm Chiefs on that.
I gotta go Ravens just because.
Yeah.
You know, I almost I want to bring up the point that C.J. Stroud's playing against a very experienced defense and that got dogs on the defense, but he just looked like a 10-year veteran against the Browns defense.
And the Browns defense was the best defense in the league.
Even though Myles Garrett has been ghost for the last 10 weeks, but.
No, that's fair because I love it. I don't know what it is. When's the last time we've seen a rookie quarterback play like this and go this far? It's been a long time. It's good for the NFL.
I don't know if a rookie quarterback's ever played in the Super Bowl.
No, but
It's a good question.
I think that's a thing, isn't it? Or maybe it's just they never
won.
It
would have been Brock if he never got hurt.
Yeah.
Arguably.
Yeah.
But I even mean because every year, it's always like a second or third year when the rookies actually turn up. Because the first year,
rookie quarterback has never reached the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I wasn't wrong.
There have been close,
Yeah,
including the closest one, Brock Purdy, the last one.
Yeah.
Who got to the championship.
So it's nice to see a rookie actually come in the league and still play and get exceed the hype or even just stay with the hype. Because oftentimes, in this state in the NFL, it's just a rookie good in college. They go in, they have a little bit of a tough time. Either they're called a bust early on or they're like, okay, they can develop. And then by year 2 or 3 or 4 is when they're like, okay. Like they're good.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts.
This might be a little bit. This might be a little bit of a hot take, but for some reason, I feel like the Ravens might struggle more with the Texans than they would with the Chiefs if they advance.
Really? I feel like the Chiefs could be that.
The Ravens would blow the Chiefs out of the water for some reason.
I think the Chiefs have the experience in that situation to find a way to win. When
I think
really
the Chiefs
matters.
go so far every year that the Super Bowl is their that's their first playoff game.
Like they'll be unfazed.
Like this is just regular season. They train for 20 games. They don't train.
Yeah.
They don't train to play 17. Yeah. I mean, it could happen. It
could happen. That's
it's
hey,
football.
I'm rooting for Houston. Being a Steeler fan, I already saw the Browns lose. That I enjoyed that because the Browns is the Browns. You know what they say. But if the Ravens lose too, that would be amazing. But I don't think they will against Houston.
I think it's just it goes back to what you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
So I got Baltimore there. I mean, I gotta go Kansas City. Well,
I think I gotta go Kansas City.
It's hard for me because it's like. Not really, because really the two teams I really hate are the Eagles and the Cowboys. They're gone, but like the hometown team, you can't. I can't go for KC because we got embarrassed by KC.
Mm-hmm.
But then I can't go for Buffalo because that's division rivals. So I'm screwed. Tie.
So you just.
You know what? They don't.
You just want to watch. You just want to watch a.
You know what?
Football.
Screw that. They don't count. That's the NFC champion, AFC championship. Ravens and Houston. There we go.
Yeah. There
That's
you go.
Buffalo though. I forgot.
See,
that's
my. Here's my thing. Is. Like I said,
I think
the only thing holding Kansas City back, otherwise I would rock with Mahomes, is their receiving core.
I think
that offense isn't as powerful as they were 2 years ago when they played the Bills, and since then, every time they played the Bills, they've been on that same level. We said they turned up in the end of the season when they really had to because they struggled the entire season. But I just feel right now Buffalo's hot, and Buffalo has the Chiefs' number. You think they're not thinking about this game we're tired of losing to these dudes. We're going to come in and just try to kill them.
Here's the thing.
You know?
I agree with you, but I also think that Mahomes has more vengeance on his mind because he's never played a road playoff game.
True.
So he wants to prove that he should have been home. He wants to prove that he's better, and they should have played at home. They should be higher than where they're at.
It's so
people
tough.
Have really been talking about them this year.
They talked a lot of smack about them, talked a lot of trash. They're not good enough. They're not good anymore.
This is crazy. Why are we giving the best team over the last 5 years fuel?
See, this makes it tough. But I'm still gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Bills just because I want to see them actually win because that'd be crazy. Because then I feel like a Baltimore Bills
would be
that would be a great game. That kind of That
That's
kind of
like
actually worries.
I feel like that's everybody's like dream matchup almost.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be that one guy though. I'm gonna be that one guy. I got Tampa.
Ooh.
I got Tampa, and it's nothing against you. It's nothing
We
personal.
need to stop recording. We need to get off this episode.
Nothing personal. I've always loved Baker. Why? Because I love when like this guy's always been counted out, man. There's no way you go through 8 head coaches. Look at the camera as much as you want. He went through 8 head coaches in like the past 4 years. 4 teams in like 6 years.
Yeah, it's cool.
And every team, he sucks. And then he does something good. Oh, Baker's good. Then the next day he sucks. It's like, bro.
Baker did one of the best things, the coolest things we've ever seen with the Rams last year. He came in like 4 days.
2 days. Not 4. No. 2 days. He showed up on a Wednesday. He showed up on a Thursday. And or on a Tuesday and had a Thursday night game.
And then he ended up throwing the
he
game-winning
won.
touchdown. Yeah.
He had like 300 yards.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to Tampa. We want to bring you in to see who wins the starting job. Him against Kyle Trask. That's embarrassing to him. That's embarrassing to Baker. You can't put Baker and Kyle Trask in the same conversation. He wins that job. Injures his ribs 2 weeks ago. And injured his ankle last week of the season. Played on a hurt ankle, on hurt ribs. Played the whole game. He's the only quarterback this season to play all 17 games. The only quarterback to play all 17 games.
All right, bro, hop off his meat, bro.
I'm not on his meat, bro, but like,
Man, I mean,
I'm playing with you. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Yeah, it's just like
the Panthers had Baker. They were using him as their scout team.
I saw that. That's crazy to use your quarterback as the D
typical
lineman.
Panthers.
Yeah. The Panthers is another situation that I
That
like.
can't even be spoken.
I just
I don't
feel
know
bad for
I
them,
don't know
bro.
who's worse run, the Panthers or Washington, to be honest.
I would say Panthers now because Washington actually made a change. With
they got
who
rid
they
of the
were.
GM.
Yeah.
At least.
The Panthers, their
got a
GM
new
was
owner,
it their GM or their owner that was throwing drinks on?
It was
GM.
their own, no, I thought it was their owner. I think
It might be their
Tepper.
owner.
I think it was
might
their
be
owner.
I think it was Dave Tepper.
That sums up their entire entire situation right now. It's not even Bryce Young's fault. I feel so bad for him. He just got the short end
set
of
up
the
for
stick.
failure.
Yeah.
He got set up for failure.
Exactly. And I think it's a shame too, because I think there are fans in Carolina that are really passionate about the Panthers.
Yeah,
like,
for
when
sure.
they were really good with Cam, they had a ton of people coming in that building and getting loud. So
$3 for a ticket.
yeah, it's like.
Let's not forget, like, Bryce Young went from Alabama to that. Like, what can you do?
I was low key worried about Carolina coming into the season just because they did make a couple offseason moves on offense. And then they signed.
About Carolina?
No,
They got rid of DJ, bro.
they signed the number 1 overall pick. They signed a couple other offensive players, and I was like, the NFC South isn't the best. They might be in contention. And then after week 2, I was like, no, they're gonna be bad. And then they just didn't win a game until I don't know what week they won a game, but it just I don't need them to be good because the fact that the Falcons are worrying me right now, and I don't even. That makes me sad. The Falcons might actually be. Dude, if they get Belichick, because think about how full circle it would be for him to beat that team 28-3 and then take them some, I don't know, playoffs.
To the promised land?
You're kind of nuts.
I don't want to think about it.
You got me thinking about the Bucks now. I don't know if the Lions will be able to guard Godwin and Evans. And Rashad White.
But will
Rashad White was
Rashad
eating.
White
He was
is a
eating.
weapon.
He was eating, bro.
He's a weapon.
Will the Bucks stop Amon-Ra and Sam Laporta and Jahmyr Gibbs?
I think Antoine's gonna drop down. I think they're gonna run a lot of man, and they're gonna they're gonna have Antoine Winfield guard Amon-Ra. That's what I think they're gonna do.
He has been really good.
He's first team All Pro.
Yeah.
First team All Pro for a reason, and he dropped down last year. Last night he dropped down into coverage on certain times. He wasn't in the back like up top as a safety. He was like on the line man to man.
That might be what they do. I mean, what's the other? You put like your second best corner on him, and then have
He gets cooked,
and then have shade on him the whole game.
Yeah, he gets cooked.
And then you put your number 1 corner on like somebody else.
And I think they do have good linebackers, and I think
Yeah.
I think they're gonna try and just guard Laporta man to man.
Their linebackers are really good at stopping the run too.
They were. That's where Philly was eating a lot, and they stopped the tush push, bro.
Bro, that was crazy.
I never seen that.
Hey, if Jared Goff, I really like Jared Goff, especially on the Lions, but like if they stop that run game and he's forced to really make some plays, You're talking me into it, man.
I think he's on a revenge tour, bro. Like this whole year, Jerry.
Yeah, I
everyone,
think it's both.
everyone
I think
trashes on him and counts him out, and he's proven time and time again, like
I think
he
it's
can be
both.
that dude.
I think both him and Baker are on that, and that's why I think it's just gonna be a good.
Because you know I hated Jared Goff for a long time.
You hated Jared Goff because of the call.
Jared Goff was good last year.
Yeah.
Didn't he have like, I thought it was like 28 to like 7 interceptions or something last year.
But I'm not a hater anymore. The same way I was with Kirk Cousins. And 1 hour, we got like 15 minutes. I love Kirk Cousins now because I watched the NFL on the College Quarterback on Netflix. That documentary is so good. So good.
Yeah, he came in. He goes, bro, have you seen quarterback? I'm like, nah. He's like, bro, I love Kirk Cousins.
I thought he was mid for
said,
so long, but
why?
He's
I
a
was like,
he's
why?
a
You
good
sound like
dude.
Me. I was like, you
He's
sound
a
like
good
me.
dude. I can't lie. Like,
bro, that picture that went viral of him and his family at the baseball game, I was like, it's the thing. You would never know this is a world class athlete.
when he got,
You would not know this is a world class.
No, there's
he
no
wasn't
way.
in a booth, bro. He wasn't from.
Yeah,
he
man
wasn't.
makes a ton of
He was
money.
not. You know,
and the way he
behind
dresses
home plate,
too.
none
He
of
dresses just like
white dude.
some dad.
like Jason
Yeah.
Kelsey.
Yeah.
Bro, but like when he led the skull clap with the chain, Kirko chains and the skull, that was cool to see too. So like he's a man that's about the team,
Dancing
and
on the plane, man.
regardless of whether or not he's like hurt, he's gonna support them. So like he better get when he comes back next year, he'll get his respect.
No,
I don't know what team. He's a 34-year-old quarterback, I believe, coming off a major injury.
And Achilles.
So it's a big risk. I don't think he's gonna get more than a 2-year deal. I don't think so. But we'll see. Hopefully, I'm rooting for him to come back and be better than ever. But
Yeah.
it's definitely a tough situation.
I guess we'll, in the words of Bryan, have to wait and see. But I do want to. I feel like this is a good transition to basketball because on that docuseries topic, did you hear? I don't know if I told you, they're gonna be making a quarterback type one. Netflix making one for
Jimmy's one of them.
basketball. I'm gonna be all over that.
They got
this summer,
who
bro.
they got? They got
LeBron,
Jimmy.
Butler, I think JT,
Yeah,
Ant.
they got Shea, right? Isn't it Shea?
Nah, Shea's in
I think it's
DeMontis Sabonis is also in there,
which people are hating on, but I was
which
like,
made bro.
it's
Bro's
definitely gonna be
underrated. One of the
yeah.
most underrated players in all
It's
of
definitely
basketball.
going to be an interesting perspective, especially since he's from a different country.
Exactly.
He's, living in Sacramento. I guess.
I'm surprised they chose Jimmy, bro. Like, what are they gonna be
Bro,
seeing? Coffee?
Anthony Edwards is about to be funny.
That's
like,
gonna be it.
They probably tried to get
Did you
Jokic, but then
see-
Jokic was probably like, no, I don't
Did
want
you see?
cameras following
Did you
me.
see Anthony Edwards' interview with Funny Marco on YouTube? Bro,
No.
you have.
Oh,
to
I
watch
saw
it.
parts of it. I saw parts of it. I
Bro,
didn't
Is
see
that
the
the
whole
one
thing.
where he's hitting the button?
No.
Oh.
That was when he was in high school. He was in high school during that video. Oh, she was twerking. Hold on, let me pull it up. Bro, Ant in high school was a menace. Cause I used to watch his videos like that when he was in high school. Not interview with Funny Marco. They go, say your name. He goes, I'm Funny Marco. He goes, nah, say your name. He goes, I'm Funny Marco. Bro's just a funny kid. He looked at Funny Marco, grabbed the chicken wing and put it in his pocket. He goes,
Oh yeah, I saw that.
you're not gonna eat that? He's like, nah. He's like, why not? He's like, you're gonna save for later. And he just looks at the camera and just starts dying. He doesn't know what to do.
No, that was good. I think.
Nah,
I'm trying to remember who the other guy is. Was it Anthony Edwards? Is that the other guy?
Yeah, it was 5 of them. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Was it not JT? I thought it was him, right?
I think so.
Hold on, let me look this up. What are they
Wow.
gonna call it?
and then another video of him in high school. He shows up right there. They're asking players who's the hardest player they had to guard, and he's like, "Oh, Cam Reddish."
Oh,
Right?
Yeah.
You see that video?
Because Cam Reddish dropped
Cam
like
Reddish-
40 on him.
He goes, "Oh yeah, I told him Cam Reddish he dropped 40." He goes, 40. He goes, "I ain't gonna say how many points he dropped, but it was more than 40 points." Bro,
Who-
Cam Reddish dropped 50 points on high school in an AAU tournament. He said it was on accident.
Who was it that was talking about Cam Reddish? It was someone else in this draft class. I don't know if it was Anthony Edwards, but they were like, they all collectively recognized.
Everyone said Cam Reddish
They
was
said
the
Cam
hardest
was
player
the
to guard.
best.
Maybe it was RJ Barrett because RJ Barrett played with him.
Yeah, they said Cam. Everybody kind of knew like that he was just different. Like
I
the way
think
he,
what happened to him was he went to Duke, but the problem was he was the second one to commit to Duke out of their big four. RJ came after, and Zion came even after RJ.
Mhm.
And RJ actually reclassified. RJ classed up. RJ was supposed to be the class after 2019.
Yeah, I found it. It's LeBron, Jason Tatum, Jimmy Butler, Anthony Edwards, and Sabonis.
So you're right.
It's gonna be fire.
That's gonna be good,
It's gonna be
bro.
fire.
Are we gonna see LeBron singing wrong lyrics again?
Probably.
Probably
Maybe.
yelling taco.
His kids are definitely gonna be in
Taco
it,
Tuesday.
and they're gonna be, bro.
Maybe not Bronny because he's not even there anymore. Bryan's at college.
But he's still Bryce and
Bryce is the funny one though.
Yeah, Bryce
I mean,
is
it's only USC.
Bryce
Missouri.
is very.
You can probably visit it on the weekends. And stuff.
Probably.
I mean, they
Flying the helicopter back home.
They definitely are gonna follow LeBron when he goes to visit Bronny and like watch him play, like because they're shooting it right now. So.
Oh, then maybe yeah.
Yeah. So
they probably saw Jimmy just not wanting to play. Cool. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me.
Bro,
no, I fully on the train that he chose not to play. Because how the hell do you come off an injury and drop 31 and have been injured the past 9 games?
Mm-hmm.
Brother, we've needed you. They needed you.
And Triple J got hurt the other day too. Yeah.
15 and 15 though. 15 and 15 for a rookie's crazy.
He's good.
He's disgusting,
so
bro.
good.
I was so happy when we drafted him.
When you say Triple J, I just think of Jaren Jackson.
I think that too, but like I knew he would get it because we were
that's his
talking
Instagram
about
handle.
I almost started talking about the Grizzlies.
I knew
That's
he would get it.
His Instagram handle is Triple J.
Because we're talking
Jaime
about the
Jaquez
Heat.
Jr.
But yeah, I think Jaren Jackson Jr. But like Jaime Jaquez Jr. is
I mean,
also.
they could share it. They could share it. Both good players. I mean,
Bro.
It's like Melo.
yeah. Well, that's different.
That's a little.
It
Melo's
is.
New York.
I still call him.
MSG.
But the thing is, like, people are so mad that people call him Melo when Carmelo said, "I don't want to be called Melo anymore. It's his now." People are like, "No." Carmelo said, "Call him Melo."
I feel like if you call him Melo, you gotta know the first one. You know what I mean? Like if it's just kids calling, Melo is LaMelo Ball, that pisses
No,
me.
I call them both.
That irks me more than being like, okay, you know both, but you can call them both Melo. You know what I mean?
I'm not even gonna lie.
I could see just if you call him Mellow Ball, I'll be like, all right. Like
I'm not even gonna lie. I've never
Mello,
called Carmelo Melo.
Really?
I always call him Carmelo.
Carmelo.
And
is
I don't
so
call
good.
LaMelo. I don't call LaMelo. I don't call him Melo. I call him LaMelo. I just say their name. I don't know why. I just always say their name.
I usually say LaMelo, but like when it was Carmelo,
I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I mess around. I don't even call him Bam Adebayo. I call him Idris sometimes.
I
swear.
No way you actually do that.
Sometimes I do, yeah. I told my dad, I'm like, because Ed Reese over here is pissing me off. He's like, who's that? I'm like, Bam. when he gets me mad, like when he, bro, like.
Ed Reese, did we just trade for somebody?
I'm like, bro, like, I don't know how we barely beat Brooklyn, bro. I don't know how they barely beat Brooklyn last night.
Bro, Dame time in Milwaukee. That shot, I was watching, like, the way he pulled up for that shot was not just, like, the kind of game winner that you just throw up. Like, that was so routine. The way he practiced that shot, like, every day in practice. So, like, everybody knew that it was in.
All right. Can we talk about that shot for a minute?
Sure.
Not the shot, even. Can we talk about the celebration?
Wait. What do you mean? Do you talking about Thanasis when he?
Oh,
I was gonna bring that up. He cropped him out because he did it.
He's sitting there like this.
Bro, people were in the comments were like, he can't even do the celebration, right? What can he do?
Bro, squared up, dog.
He's not even good at celebrating, bro.
Bro, that shit was so funny, bro.
The most unintentionally funny.
Bro, why was he?
Bro, I saw this TikTok last night, and it talked about like how to be good on defense, and they basically showed a clip of Thanasis and what not to do. He goes, when you're closing out, they're like, stay on your feet. It's when he jumped past him and then he jumped behind him.
That's actually nuts.
They're like, don't jump again. And then then he runs forward. He's like, they're like, don't foul.
Bro.
He's only on the team because his brother. All the comments, bro, they make me cry, bro.
Hey man, I don't know. Maybe the teammates all like him.
I think he's a locker room guy.
Yeah, maybe.
I think he's a locker room guy for sure.
Because they lose a roster spot because of
He's
him.
a great vibe though. You listen to like hear him around the teammates stuff he said. That's
I've never met someone who's gonna ride more for his teammates than him, bro. Anytime his brother gets touched, he wants to fight.
Yeah.
Like
I respect it too.
Not even Haslam did that.
The clip of him getting held back on the sideline.
That's the one I'm talking about. Yeah. He's like,
immediately he was getting up and the coaches all came over.
the leg is like up in the air. He's like trying to run. Like, bro, calm down, bro. Like your brother got up, bro. He's not dying. He's so funny, bro. Oh, I love that guy.
Yeah. NBA it's been an interesting season. I love that.
The Warriors are cooked.
Dude, the Warriors are done. Draymond came back, though, and he hit a 3. You see how happy he was? Bro, they're still done.
Shot it with a backpack on.
The Grizzlies are another team.
With the picture, bro.
That's always been a thing, bro.
When you're skipping class. Yeah.
Backpack.
The Grizzlies are done, too. I don't feel bad for the Grizzlies. I feel bad for Ja.
I mean, they're just hurt. Like,
I mean, they
Nothing
had
went well for
what
them.
they
can you
had a
do?
little bit of hope because they were
They
6-19.
did win,
Ja
though.
comes back. They go what? I think they were 11-19 on a win streak, and then he gets
Tears
hurt,
his labrum.
and it's like
They
it's
did win
over.
last night, I think. The youngest player in the NBA dropped 23
GG Jackson, bro.
Yeah.
Born in 2004, man.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
2 years younger than me, bro.
We're old, bro.
Vince Williams dropped 24 or something too. They're just finding random players now, which I guess
Yeah, their season is over, but OKC, bro, Shea is
Tough.
So fun
he's
to
the most
watch.
unguardable
So
player
fun
in
to
the
watch.
He's so smooth, bro.
That's what I'm. I don't know how he's so like.
Eloquent.
Cue the
You know what I
music,
mean? Like no one else hoops like that.
Didn't you know Paul George vibe on him?
Cue
Yeah.
the Paul George music.
Kill the Paul George.
But I
music.
can't think of anyone else before that like would reminisce his style because I feel like he's so unique in how composed he is and the way that he plays. He makes it look so easy, and it's weird.
I think that's his only comp, bro. His main comp is PG.
Yeah,
The way they play, bro.
PG is smooth.
They're
too,
just
bro.
I
PG
saw-
6'9" should not be moving. The way
I
he
saw
moves.
one.
I saw a funny meme of like when you're hooping and then all of a sudden you hear "Didn't you know?" pop up in the background and Paul
Yeah,
George.
I saw it.
Bro. It's
Bro. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's cool to see like the fact that they're set up since like till like 2030 or however, and their young guys are gonna get experience, and then they're gonna keep drafting players like that, and their system is set for a long
bro. Their
time.
starting five is
Ooh.
it's like so
You
perfect
know
for
who
them.
else is kind of smooth like that? Luca, bro.
Yeah, Luka Mad's
Luka's
Luka's
probably
a
up there
different
as
kind of
well.
yeah. Luka,
Yeah.
his
It's
pacing,
a different style of
but
smooth than
it-
those two, but like
Luka's pacing is so confusing because it's like, bro, you're 6'7", and you're
He's
not
so
even
slow.
like the most like he slimmed down this year, but he was like he's a bigger guy. He's not the most athletic. Like he's
Yeah.
obviously still an but it's
still
like,
catch a body.
It's like how does he do it? You know what I mean?
You know who else? Like speaking of that, bro. You know what's kind of crazy, bro? Tim Hardaway Jr.'s cooking right now.
dude,
Bro, him and Kyrie.
40
Kyrie is
each.
still him, bro. I
Oh,
never
never
never-
left.
He-
That never
of course
left.
he is.
They combined for like, what 83 or whatever the other night.
Yeah,
Bro.
something like that. It was
Yeah.
like 82 or 83.
Bro,
What?
You didn't see that?
Yeah.
No. I know, but like,
Yeah.
where has Tim Hardaway just
He's-
broken out of his shot like this?
I mean, he does
Man
that,
went
like, once a
9
year.
for 15.
He did.
Yeah, but in
in
their last 3 games, both of them are averaging like 35. Like he's been
I didn't even
cooking.
realize that. I
Like
didn't
in the
realize
last
it's
3
been a
games,
thing.
they've been crazy.
I thought he just exploded, and I was like, I'm not surprised.
No,
That's Tim Hardaway.
it's not just a one game. No, he's been doing that like the past 3 games. It's crazy.
That I didn't know. But yeah, I'm like, it's, and obviously like Kyrie had a 50, 40, 90 season like 2 years ago or whatever it was. Like it's not them and I think was Luka out when that happened? I think he was.
The 41, the
Yeah,
80.
yeah.
yeah.
He's-
That's
yeah.
why Tim Hardaway's getting all the shots.
Yeah,
he's
and that's
getting.
why he was able to get the ball more too. Because it's at the point
That's
where
why Tim Hardaway's getting 20 shots a game. That ain't gonna happen.
yeah,
once
it's at the
Luka's
point where
back.
when Luka drops 40, I'm not even surprised anymore. Like, I
If
see-
Luka
I
drops
see that
less
notification.
than 30, I'm surprised.
Yeah,
I'm
I see
like,
that
damn.
notification and I'm like, he's just
Yeah, bad
look at me and
night.
Luka.
I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
he had a little off night.
He could have 25, 15, and 10, and you'd be like, it's kind of an off night.
Yeah, it's
for
an off
Luka.
night for
That's
Luka
only a
Doncic.
first half stat line. What's he doing?
Yeah.
It's crazy how good that guy
You think
is,
he's
man.
gonna break? I think it's between
Yes.
him and Jokic that will break the triple double record. Probably Jokic.
I don't
still.
think
Nah.
Jokic has it. Though.
Really?
Luka's like automatic. I don't know if Jokic. is
Jokic can
automatic
do.
yet.
Dude, Jokic
Luka
just
can
does
do
it
'cause
like
he's younger.
he does it almost every
Yeah,
night and
but
makes it
Jokic
look
is older too.
true. How old is he though? He's not like old.
But I think Jokic is just gonna walk away a lot earlier than Luka is.
That could
He
be
might.
true.
Jokic might just get to a certain point where he's like, yeah, I'm done with this.
He might just be like, "Oh, screw this.
Nah,
I'm just tired."
Going back to Serbia.
Yeah.
Who y'all think got the most underrated?
He's
bag
about to be
in the league,
29.
though?
Underrated bag in the league.
Since we were talking about bags before, I kind of want to know because I have my answer and I kind of want to hear what you guys think.
Oh, underrated bag.
I have my guy that I love to watch.
Wembanyama. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'm
Did you
just
see Sochan finally pass him the ball?
I saw that and I was like,
Did the
he
crowd
did
stand
it.
up and
He
start, like,
finally
let's
did
go?
it. No, the last couple of games, Wemby has been going crazy because he said he was like every game's a statement now. Even though they still,
minutes restriction.
even though they've still been losing, like I think he had a triple
double in
too.
21 minutes
Yeah.
is crazy.
And he's been
Almost
getting those.
beat Russell's record.
It's been looking like he's less passive and he's looking for more.
More
Not
aggressive.
saying highlight plays, but he's being way more aggressive
guy.
at the rim.
I'm the guy.
And his teammates are finally being like, "Hey, we should pass this guy the ball. He'll score."
It's an automatic bucket.
But no, I got to think about Bryan. You can go first. 'Cause I gotta think
Underrated
about that
bag?
question.
Well, I don't know because I feel like there's certain players that I'm like, yo, I know I like watching you play because I know you're good, but it's
Mhm.
like, I don't really know if you have like a bag like that, you know?
Is Malik Monk? Would that count as underrated or no?
I mean,
That
yeah,
that's
like-
what I'm saying.
Well,
Because-
my player is probably probably a better player than Malik Monk. So, but like people don't think of him as like, oh, he's got top 5 handles in the league.
Well,
But
who's your guy?
Oh, we're talking
my
about
guy
that.
is, well, not necessarily just handles, but
Okay.
like,
Yeah,
just a
smooth-
play.
like
yeah.
Paul George. Like
Because
smooth
Malik Monk
game.
is tough though, but he just gets over. He gets over.
My guy, C.J. McCollum, man, he is fun to
Oh,
watch.
that's
Tough.
yeah. I'll
That's
go
a
with that.
great
CJ
answer.
is tough.
That's a
yeah,
great
well,
answer.
we see it and we know, but like a lot of people don't talk about CJ as having
Mm-hmm.
the best, like some of the best handles and the best bag in the league, and he just is fun
Him
to
and
watch.
I watched some of his like highlights and stuff with him and Dame, and like he's like he was so nice. They were a 1-2 punch, but you couldn't leave him open.
Nah, you couldn't.
I used to play against my brother in 2K, and he would be the Blazers because he loved Dame, and then I hated playing against CJ too because CJ was knocked down every time. But like, yeah, I've definitely seen like his cross, his step
That's
back
right.
is killer, bro. So yeah, that's valid. Wrap it up, but. No, I like that question. That's a good question.
Yeah,
I was
it's
thinking about like I was
tough.
gonna say Jalen Brunson, but then
That's what
I
I
was
was gonna say.
Ooh.
That's who I was gonna
like,
say.
he's not underrated anymore because
That's what I'm
he's
saying,
in the
bro.
We're still
spotlight.
somehow hating on him. I'm like,
In
how can you
Dallas,
hate on
but
that?
everyone in
Dallas, he
Dallas,
was
no
tough
one
too.
knew he was good, bro. Everyone thought because that was Luka's team and him in Dallas, bro. You look at his stat line and then you see like Luka has like 40, but Jalen has like 35, and you're
I
like,
was
yo, who's this
surprised
guy?
that Dallas let him go because I was like, yo, he's balling right now. Like,
I
what
mean,
are
it
they
worked
doing?
out in the long run because they got Kyrie in it. Kyrie's better than Jalen. We're not gonna sit here and say no.
Yeah, for sure. But I was gonna say Jalen Brunson. But I was like, I don't think that's underrated. So
You weren't thinking about Nas Reed?
Bro, this is the best
Nas
player
Reed.
ever. I've been on Nas Reed, bro. Nas Reed was like that though in high school, bro.
I didn't.
But he was Big Jelly, bro. You
Pretty
ain't know
nice
that?
at LSU too.
I feel like I heard of him and then I forgot
Bro,
about him. So
bro,
I'm seeing his
he
hype
used
this
to be
year.
Big Jelly,
He's part
bro.
of Jelly fam.
Yeah,
Oh, for
Yeah,
real?
people don't know that.
he's Big Jelly, bro. Like he can actually jelly.
Dang, I didn't know that.
I think though, going back to the because I never answered the question. Probably I would say
It's a tough question.
It's a tough
It is a
question.
tough question, but that's a good
Yeah.
question.
I would probably say De'Aaron Fox.
See, I was thinking De'Aaron Fox too. He is
Yeah.
De'Aaron Fox.
And
is
it's a
tough.
shocker I
good
say that
answer,
as
too.
a Lonzo fan, but
De'Aaron Fox is tough.
he's so tough.
That is a good answer.
Like, where are the Kings at right now?
I don't know.
I think they're top 5.
Yeah, they probably
They're
should
top
be.
five.
Are the Timberwolves still number 1?
No,
No.
Ooh.
actually, I think so because they have 28. I think because they have 28, and the Thunder have 27. But
Yeah.
the Thunder are 1 in power rankings.
The East is weird. There were like 6 teams that were 21-15 or whatever, all in a row.
Did you see that the West was 1 game behind, 2 games behind, 3 games behind, 4 games
I
behind,
did
5
see
games
Yeah,
behind?
I saw that all the way up.
It was,
Yeah.
it was so crazy. I was like,
It was weird.
Huh.
See, NBA season's in a weird spot. NFL has been so fun to watch so far.
we got a lot to watch though.
How about them Cowboys? I'm gonna, just throw that in there as many times as I can. Eric, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
on here. We
I enjoyed
appreciate
being back, man.
Yeah, it's fun. We gotta get you on
Appreciate
here
you
more
having
often, bro.
For sure.
But this has been episode 12 of season 2 of the Players Club podcast, and we will see you guys next week.
Peace out.